fishing friends. Welcome to the channel. Um, so basically, I'm not fishing for a few weeks now. So basically, 1 week and something. The weather is not helping. So I decided to do a video about some of the stuff I using for my fishing. Um, so I have a I have done a selection of some stuff I use, and I would like to share with you. But before that, let me thank all the people have subscribed to the channel. Basically, we doing these videos and we share our catches, um, and the reviews we doing, the tutorials we doing is for you guys, for people that like fishing, and you are basically a bit curious to know um, what kind of gear that, that we're using for our sessions. So let me just show you here some of the stuff I'm using. Okay, so we got reel. This is a Daiwa 35, the Crosscast. Very good reel for surf casting. Okay, we got a very, so it's a 5000 size spool, but the main thing we need to consider about a reel, it's large capacity of line, uh, a good drag, so the drag need to work like a clock, so the drag need to work like a clock, for then we can work with the fish when we catch a fish, especially a big fish. We need to sometimes give him line, and and not too much line, obviously. If not, you are 50% chance to lose the fish. But some line, when he's fighting, when he's heading, he can get the line he needs. For then you can tie the fish and bring to dry. So the lines I'm using depends. So I got here a selection of some lines from 0.22 till 0.28. So I use minimum in the coast, so basically in Dorset coast. I'm using from 0.18 millimeters to 0.30 maximum. So that depends on the circumstances, obviously. So I got, example, this one 0.23 from Daiwa tournament. The good thing about these lines, they are very good lines, so proper lines, and with these lines we can do very good knots. So they are very good for knots, abrasion. So they are basically good lines. I got this Vercelli wave. So this is a 0.26. So basically very good lines with good stretching. So first of all, I don't use braid lines, okay? I use monofilament lines. Let me put my glasses. So and the reason is when casting, especially when casting with braid lines, you're gonna lose meters. If you want to cast a bit far because you find out that a good mark and basically where you think the fish gonna be feeding, especially when you see seagulls or any movement on the top of the water or something like that, you need to cast 150 yards plus sometimes. I found that the braid line will not give me stretch like a mono, like this one. You can see is a stretching, very stretchy line. Yeah, this line, it's so even. Just imagine you go to a session where the sea is a bit rough. What normally happens when the sea is rough is gonna be very wavy, so a lot of current on the sea, and you're gonna be waving, and if you use braid, the waves and the current will catch the line. So basically, you never know when you got a good bite or you got a bite. So main lines, I use always monofilament lines. I don't use braid. So on this spool, it's 0.28 and I got 310 meters. I don't know if it's focusing. 310 meters of 0.28 and 310 meters wide. My spools normally, when I fill in with a line, I press pull first with the cheaper line. So cheaper, I mean any mono 0.40, 0.35, and then I fill in the rest of it with the mono, so the main line, the mother line, so the good line we can say, and that need to be 300 meters plus. And why? Because if you cast 170 yards or meters or 150 meters and you get a very good fish, obviously you need to give line to the fish. When I mean give line is when the fish get hooked, he gonna start to run. So you need to give him line to run. Obviously not too much line, just the line he needs, like I said. If you catch a ray, example, is another example, or if you catch a smooth hound, you need to give line when you finish fishing with this kind of lines. You need to give line to the start and then you reel when they start to fight. So the drag is essential. Don't close the drag completely. Just open and adjust. Okay, so basically you're gonna take the line he needs, because if you open too much, then you're gonna take too much line and even you can lose the fish. Okay, so just open and give the line the fish needs when he's running or when he's heading, to take the necessary line for you to fight with him. So then I use a tapered shock leader. I can show you an example here. So this is a 0.23. I got different sizes: 0.23, 0.26, 0. I got different ones. So this is a 0.28. So tapered shock lines, I can show you here. Probably this Shimano Speedmaster. This is a 0.26 to 0.57. Okay. This is a conic or tapered shock line. So this is 15 meters where I connect with a blood knot, or lately I will have, so basically I connect the shock leader with the main line with the Albright knot. Okay, so I find out Albright knot is a bit stronger, and the blood knot, normally I used to use that knot. I notice when, if you get a snag and you pull just a little bit, you're gonna lose everything. So probably I don't have done correctly, but that happens to me 3 or 4 or 5 times. So I decided to change and use the Albright knot. Instead of give 10 turns, I give 5 turns one way, and then another 5 turns the way back. So that is more than enough, and is a very strong knot. So if you see here, I got quick link, okay, then I got quick link. Let me take this stopper, and then on the quick link normally I put a stopper straight away. Why? Because when you cast, and especially when you cast, when you need to cast far, this plastic cover sometimes it comes off, and then you're gonna lose the weight. So the weight, imagine here, okay, then I got my first double bead, double cross bead, where I'm gonna connect my snood. Okay, so during the day, depending on the sea conditions, okay, during the day always I use only one hook. Okay, at night I can use the 2 hooks depending also on the sea conditions. Example, if I go fishing in the night where it's full moon, and basically the full moon, the water is completely clear, and the full moon basically you can see on the top of the water is just lighting up everything under the water, then I just use a snood. Okay, snoods I use, so this is the weights I use before I go to the snoods. This is the weights I use from Echo weights. So basically Echo chumbadas. You can see it here. I got this one, special one with a cover, and you can probably see the Echo chumbadas. So these weights are amazing. To be honest with you, 135 gram, 135 gram, yeah, of this one, he holds much better than 150, so the same shape triangle from lead, because this is zinc leads. Okay, so sorry, zinc weights, and normally we use lead, so this is a little bit more clean, we can say, than lead, and they are very good leads, very good. 135, believe me, holds better. 135 grams of this kind of leads, oh weights, sorry, done 150 lead. Okay. Then I got this one, this special one for rough sea, when I got a lot of currents or the sea is rough. This one is amazing. I have done 2 or 3 sessions where I need to use this one because too much current, and the sea was a bit rough, we can say, and this kind of weights holds on the ground just amazingly. This is top of the top. The shape of it, basically, he holds very good, very good. And a good thing about these sleds is you do the first cast, and if you see your lead is moving, that means this comes down. The current just basically disarmed the lead. And what you need to do, just put against you like this and tidy up, put this rollings a bit down and tidy up just a little bit like this, and you're gonna hold like proper weight. Then you just put back, cast, and then just see if he's too much. Just open a little bit more. The next cast still he holds. So that is the very good thing about these sleds. Another thing, these are 125 grams. Okay, 125. I'm just waiting for a delivery for more of those, and these sleds are amazing. They work really well. Even in the most rough sea, this holds like proper weight, to be honest. So these sleds, the maximum weight I use is 135 triangle, 130 of this shape, 130 this one, 135 this one, then 125 the same one, and 130 of this one. So all these kind of leads, basically he holds very well, especially obviously the triangle ones. Normally I use, if I'm fishing and this one is not holding, this one is not holding, then this one is not holding, I go for this one's last resource. Okay, and the last resource can go to 135 grams. So I will try 125, 130, and then last 135. I don't need to use more than that. So snoods during the day, floral, always floral, fluorocarbon. Yeah. At night, depending on the circumstances again, if you got a full moon, the same story with a lot of clarity on the water. I can use mono, and I don't use like very long snood during the night. I use the normal snood, even 30 centimeters sometimes, depends on the circumstances. I will fish and I catch. I fish like that and I catch fish. Fluoro. So I got here 2 different ones. I got more, but this is the main one, especially this one. And fluoro, I use 0.35, I use 0.40, 0. 28, 0, 30 till 0, 22. I think 0, 22 I don't got here at the moment, but 0, 22 depends on the circumstances and clarity of the water. So this is for another video. Okay, let me just put this back now. Hooks. Hooks, I use different kind of hooks. Different makes, I mean. So I use Sezam Chino range hook 4/0 and 2/0. Then I use these ones. These ones normally they are small. This number 2 and number 4. These ones normally is when I start to get live bait. Right, I call live bait to pounding, to whiting. This is more for the winter fishing, right? And then I will use owner 2/0 owner mosquito for the live bait. Okay, I just need to use one basically on the bait mouth, so just a little bit down from the eyes of the bait, for get bass. Okay, sometimes I get something different like rays also, or conger eels, sometimes happens. So I use also, these are the main ones. So Kamakatsu F314 number 4. This is the small ones, and number 2 the big ones, bigger than this. So example, if I start fishing and I start to miss bites, like the fish go there and start to bite, you don't get hooked, I start to use these ones, the smaller ones. Okay, snoods. Okay, snoods during the day. Let's go try probably this finishing. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, I'm gonna try to get, move just a little bit up. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but the fishing I'm using, so my style is surfcasting, and everyone does different way of fishing. This is my way of fishing. I'm not criticize anyone. That is not my aim. I just show you the way I'm doing. So with the gear I think is appropriate for my style of fishing. I'm not judging anyone, and it's not my aim to judge anyone, because everyone have a different way to fish. Okay, so this is my way to do the things, so using this gear, and I get results, so I will carry on using. All right, till one day I learn something else and I need to change for better, because this is a learning process. I fishing for many years, and always I learn something different, even about the cross beats. I show you just, so basically the cross beats for the snoods, they have very good stuff. So I use the Stoneful cross beads or two-way beads, 3.3 millimeters. That for me is the best ones, because they are crystal clear, Um, they are small and they work very well in the water. You don't need to use like a bigger one, right? So they got different sizes on these two-way beads. The 3.3 millimeters is just perfect. So this size is perfect and is crystal clear. If you let me put down, so basically the snood goes here, then you can just adjust. So imagine you start to fish like this, you got the lead here, yeah, and the crabs, yeah, start to come to your bait and start to ruin all your bait. What you need to do, push up, okay, just push up to a way where the crabs don't can get them, all right, get your bait, right? So this is good because of that. So you can move from where you think is better for you to fish, and this is just amazing. Okay, now I'm gonna leave this here because I'm gonna need this. So snood I'm gonna do in 040. Okay, I don't know how long. Okay, minimum one brace. Okay, one brace is length from here to here, so full stretch. One brace, okay, that is roughly 1 meter 10, 1 meter 20, depends of the length of your arms and your height. So imagine you are a very tall guy with 2 meters 10. Obviously, when you do like this, gonna be 2 meters, yeah. So this is the length normally from a normal height person. So I am 1 meter 72. So this is more or less 1 meter 10 centimeters. Yeah. So this is one brace. Half brace is the length of your full arm to the middle. So that is roughly between 50, 60, 70 centimeters, more or less. Okay. This is not exact measurement. But when I say one brace, yeah, basically one brace is the full length of your arms one way to the other. This is one brace. And one brace is the minimum length I use for fishing. It's the minimum, okay? Normally, 1.5, 2 braces. So 1.5 braces or 2 braces of line. Depends on the circumstances. Yeah? Now, I'm gonna make here a few knots for you and show you how can be this one. So first knot I use. Before you questioning, I don't use Aberdeen hooks, okay? Because Aberdeen hooks don't have the shape of this hook. So if you see this hook, let me put for focus. If you see this hook, the shape of it, yeah? It's completely different and very sharp, very, very sharp. So you see, it's basically very sharp, very, very, very sharp. So all these hooks, believe me, they are the best ones in the market at the moment. Can be another ones, Don't take me wrong, I know I have another ones, but I don't can find here in UK. So the only ones I find and they are good is only these ones at the moment, because I've been researching and I've been trying to find different hooks, and at the moment these ones for me is the best ones for surf casting, um, surf casting fishing. Okay, now first thing I do, pass. It's very important to pass the line this way on the hook, not the other way around. Not this way, okay? This way is the wrong way, okay? Always pass the line this way, okay? So then pass back again. My eyes is they're old like me. Okay, so leave a loop on the back like this, okay? Then 10 turns, minimum 8. Okay, minimum turns 8. I do always 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then pass through the loop, pull to the end, then moisture, okay? And moisture, because this is fluoro line and you not create heat on the line. Okay, well wet. I wet with saliva, sorry, but this is the best way to do it. Now, hold your teeth in the leftover of the line, pull, then adjust, then you're gonna grab something to pull the line. Okay. Now, if you look, I just cut this tag end. Normally I leave always like 1-2 millimeters. One, 2 millimeters like this, okay? But then when you get hook a fish and he's fighting with you, you got always, if he comes a little bit out, rarely don't happen, but I leave always a bit out, okay? Now, notice the position of this hook. This is his normal position. So when I get the fish, and why this way? Because when I get the fish, the line pass through the hook here, so the eye on this side, and he helps when get the fish, he helps the fish not get away. Okay, that is very important. If you pass the way around, just imagine it's in this way. When the fish is fighting, right, you're gonna twist this way, and you can unhook the fish, you can lose the fish. This is very important. Now I show another way I do it. Normally for worms, lugworm, ragworm, or any kind of worm, black lug, or any kind. So the one I have done previously, I use for squid, hard, we can call hard baits, yeah. Squid, mackerel, anything hard, razor, anything. Now, one, no, sorry, the other way. So put the both tag ends together like this, more or less. Okay, then pass it through the eye in this position. Okay, leave it a bit out, more or less like this. Doesn't matter much because I'm gonna cut the tag end. Hold it here, so the position is this one. Okay, and comes this way. Now, one of the lines can be any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do it a little bit slower for you to understand I do it. So hold the line with these two fingers here, okay? Then one of the ends, pull. This one, not pull it. So soon you start to pull the tag end of the line. One of them is loose, another one is, you feel it, soon you start to pull, comes out from your fingers down here. So pull the right one. This is very tricky now. If you see, I got the line here, hold tight, for it don't go nowhere, okay? Now, if you see, you just join there. Now, this one, pull it, both of them, but just both of them, okay? Hold with your fingers, with on your nails, like this. So you're holding here, you're holding the knot, like this. Now pull it very well, adjust, moisten a little bit, once again, make sure. So now, normally what I do, you can use like this, you cut the tag end, but normally what I do, I pull a little bit back, like this, and I grab the short, so the short tag end here, pull it out, adjust again. Once again, tie. Cut, leave a little bit. Just put this bit away. Now, if you see, I left this bit here. Okay. When you use worms with this kind of knot, we can say, on the hook, what's gonna happen is you're gonna help to hold the worm, can be the rag or the lug or the black. Obviously, when he's lug, and I use only lug, I don't use squid. Basically, I tidy up with elastic on the needle first, and then I pass through the hook. So this is another way to do it, and I use it normally for, and if you see the position of the hook is once again pointing this way. This is the right way to do it, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you one that I see people using this knot. For me is a spinning knot. We use a lot for spinning, and this is my opinion. It don't work for me, okay? It not works. I'm gonna show you. So it is the normal knot that when we connect a quick link to a lure, normally we do this knot. Sometimes we do double loop. I can show you that way too. So my eyesight is not that good, sorry. Take a bit of time. So okay, little loop here. When I do spinning, I use this knot a lot. So 4 or 5 turns, okay, then go through the both loops, hold, moisture. Now, first of all, if you see the line, it's like not very straight. Okay, this knot I do not use. Okay, this is just for show you why I don't use. And I see a lot of people doing this knot on the hooks for surf casting or beach casting. This for me don't works. Why? When you get the fish, the line gonna twist all around. Okay, you're gonna, if it's bad looped, the fish, believe me, you will lose the fish. Okay, for me, it don't work. Sorry, but it don't work. I'm not like, again, I not criticize anyone. Everyone does whatever they think is best for them. But if I get the fish on this hook, it moves all the way. You see what I mean? So just imagine the fish is fighting with you, and then basically it does this, it comes out. Simple. All right. So I have another knot, okay, that people normally using. This is the knots I'm doing, the main 2 ones. I have another one, but that one is more complicated. This is the simple ones, and they are very effective. Okay, so all these hooks, they are proper for surf casting. Now I want to show you one different hook here if I find. It's here. Okay. I got this one here, VMC. This is a very sharp hook. I use this hook for razor clams with shell. Okay, when I fishing with shell, um, when I fishing with okay, this is, if you see, you got a flat head here, right? So I'm gonna show you very quickly. I have different ways to do it, but I do it this way. So first of all, I'm gonna show on this hook, but normally I use the number 4. Okay, this is number 2. I'm gonna do on a number 2 very quick, just to show you. Three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a normal knot I have done. Just put a bit down. This is the normal. I have done the first one, right? So is this okay? Now, depending on the size of the razor clamp, if it's a small razor clamp, I just use 2 hooks. This one on the bottom, okay, and this one on the top, okay. So more or less here. So I need to measure. I need to have a razor clamp for then measure where I gonna do the knot. So try not to. 8. This one is a little bit smaller, so I use only 8 turns. can adjust the way you want. So if you want this one up and this one the other way, you adjust the way you want. So basically this one is like this, okay? So if you see, well done knot that holds the razor clamp with shell, yeah? Without shell, don't need. Normally I use elastic. I use elastic too with the shell, but one day when I fish with razor clamp, I will show you how to do it. But this is another way to do it, okay? And if the razor clamp is big, so the massive one, you can use 3 hooks. So one on the bottom, another one on the middle, another one on the top. But for that you need to measure. Okay guys, so I hope you have enjoyed the video. Any questions, any comments, please feel free to ask whatever you want and comment whatever you want. Tell us what you think. Like I said, our aim is to help everyone likes fishing to get better results. So that's all for today. I will see you soon.